Guys would tell me that I'm beautiful, I love you. Their motives were more so, I want to have sex with you, instead of, I really love you, I really feel this way.
Part of me that wanted to belong to somebody. There's a part of me that wanted to be loved by somebody. Because at the time, I wasn't getting it from my family.
The sex can make you feel that you're really close to the person, and then once the sex goes away, you kind of realize that you're not really that close to that person.
Once I started having sex and I started sharing my experiences with my friends, they were like, whoa, you did that? And I was like, yeah, you guys said you had sex. And they were like, but we were lying. And then I was like, oh God, I was the only one.
I was having unprotected sex because I felt there was no need for a condom. I couldn't get pregnant. Nothing could happen to me. I felt invincible.
It was just sex, and that's all it was. And it was very brief, that feeling of security. But those 10 minutes or that hour were enough for me to do it, you know? It was just, I was so desperate for that feeling that I would do anything to have it, basically.
When we work with young people who are sexually active, one of the things that we begin to talk with them about has been their experience with unwanted sexual experiences, such as being sexually coerced or sexually abused. And not infrequently, a young person who is sexually involved at 12, 13, or 14 may have been abused as a child.
I started getting molested when I came into middle school. I got into a car with one of my girlfriends that, it was a Jeep, and I knew some of the guys in the car. And there was a couple I didn't know. And they took us somewhere, and my girlfriend got out somehow. I don't know where she went. And they locked me in the Jeep, and basically for about 2 hours they did whatever they wanted to me. I sought out sex, I think, at a very young age, because I felt like, well, all this stuff has been done to me. Why can't I take charge and do anything myself? And a lot of it was about control. I couldn't control any of those situations. But if I decided to get into bed with a guy, I was in control of that. And I think a lot of that stemmed from the lack of control that I had while I got molested.
I feel like I've been pressured into having sex before. You know, not necessarily so much by girls, but, you know, your other guy friends. You'll play around with your guy friends, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is what I did, or this happened, and you don't really want to, you know, it's not like you want to lie about it, but that's really the big pressure for guys. You kind of might do something that you're sort of pressured into, or it's just really the circumstances.
I would have sex just so he wouldn't be upset with me, basically. You can say that was like kind of mentally abusive, you know, manipulating me, saying, well, if you're not having sex with me, then you're having sex with somebody else. So, you know, and then the only way to prove to him that I wasn't having sex with anybody else was to have sex with him that day when he wanted it. So.